Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden stories within financial reports. But before we dive in, remember that understanding this stuff is key to making smart money moves. So if you want more of these breakdowns, make sure to subscribe and join our Discord community linked in the description below. It's the perfect place to connect with fellow market enthusiasts. We've got a fresh filing from ESCALADE Incorporated today, and while it might sound like just another routine report, there's a little something extra in here that we need to unpack. So let's get right to it. This report is dated July 31, 2025, and it's a current report filed to let everyone know what's going on right now with ESCALADE. The big news here for investors is that ESCALADE has released its financial results for the second quarter and the year so far for 2025. And it looks like they're sharing this important information on August 1st through a press release. Basically, they're giving us a snapshot of how the company is doing financially in the first half of the year. Plus, there's something else quite interesting happening with their dividends that we'll get to in a moment. First, a quick reminder that ESCALADE's common stock trades on the Nasdaq stock market under the ticker symbol SSA. This tells us it's a publicly traded company accessible to everyday investors. Now let's talk about something that definitely gets people excited. Dividends. ESCALADE's board of directors made a decision on July 31st to approve a quarterly dividend of 15 cents per share. This means that if you own ESCALADE stock, you'll receive an extra 15 cents for every share you own. The people who get this dividend are those who are shareholders to share a portion of its profits with its owners. It's not a massive amount, but regular dividend payments can be a very good sign for a company's stability and its commitment to returning value to shareholders on record on October 6th. And the money will actually be paid out on October 13th. This is a sign that the company is stability and its commitment to returning value to shareholders now poised to dividend unders. Looking at this filing primarily as a heads up on their financial performance, well, we have to wait for that actual press release on August 1st to get the nitty-gritty numbers. But the fact that they're announcing a dividend ahead of those detailed results suggests that things are likely looking pretty stable or even positive. ESCALADE is a company that operates in the sporting goods and recreation market, and dividends are often a way for more mature companies in such sectors to reward investors, especially when growth might be steady rather than explosive. While we don't have the specific revenue or profit figures directly in this 8K filing itself, the dividend announcement gives us a hint that the company is experiencing a level of financial comfort. The timing of this dividend approval alongside the upcoming release of their quarterly results means we should be paying very close attention to the numbers that come out on August 1st. That press release will likely contain the actual financial details like sales growth, expenses and profitability, which will give us the full picture. When we think about a company like ESCALADE, we're generally looking at how well they're selling their products, whether it's outdoor gear or sporting equipment. The key numbers we'd want to see in that upcoming press release would be their net sales for the quarter and the year to date compared to the same periods last year. For example, if net sales are up by 20%, that means they are selling 1/5 more products than before, which is a strong indicator of demand and effective sales strategies. If their profit margins are also widening, it suggests they are managing their costs well and that the higher sales are translating into even more profit for the company. However, we should also look at their expenses. Are they rising faster than sales? That's not a good sign. We also want to understand their cash flow, which is the actual money coming in and going out of the business. A company can look profitable on paper, but if it's not generating enough cash, it could still face problems. It's like having a lot of bills in your wallet, but not enough cash to actually pay the shopkeeper. For ESCALADE specifically, considering it's in the sporting and outdoor goods sector, we'd be curious about seasonal trends and how economic conditions might affect consumer spending on recreational items. Are people spending more or less on these types of products? That's where external context becomes valuable. For example, if the broader economy is slowing down, a dip in sales for ESCALADE might not be surprising and could be a sign of a wider market trend rather than poor company management. Conversely, if they're bucking a trend and showing growth, that's a very strong positive signal. The dividend itself, as we mentioned, is a positive signal. A consistent or increasing dividend suggests management is confident about future earnings and cash flow. It tells us they believe they can cover their operational costs, invest in the business, and still have enough left over to reward shareholders. This kind of stability is often what investors look for in companies, especially if they are seeking a more steady income stream from their investments. Remember, dividends aren't guaranteed, but they are generally a commitment. So to sum up, this filing is essentially a heads up that ESCALADE is about to share its latest financial performance, and it's also confirmed a quarterly dividend. The dividend is a good sign, suggesting financial health and confidence. We're now on the lookout for the August 1st press release to really dig into the numbers and see the full story behind these developments. Now, looking at Escalade based on this initial filing, the company appears to be in a steady state, at least enough to confidently issue a dividend. This proactive communication about financial results and dividend payouts paints a picture of a company that is transparent with its investors and reasonably stable in its operations. The strength here lies in its commitment to shareholder returns, which can attract and retain investors looking for a more predictable investment. However, the key weakness is that without the actual financial report, we can't truly assess the magnitude of their performance or identify any potential red flags that might be hidden in the detailed numbers. We really need to see those sales figures, profit margins, and debt levels to form a complete opinion on their overall direction and long-term viability. Are they growing? Are they shrinking? Are they taking on too much debt to fund their operations or growth? These are critical questions that only the upcoming financial results can answer. The opportunity here would be to buy into the stock if the upcoming financial report shows solid growth that the market might have overlooked. Conversely, a risk could be that the dividend... Alright, that is our initial decode of Escalade's filing. What's your take on dividend announcements? Do they matter a lot to you? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our Discord community in the description. We'll see you in the next one.